Welcome to the 27th of June 2023. My name is Jimmy Bradbury. I help people create online businesses around their skill set, their passions, their hobbies, whatever it is they're interested in doing, that they can help other people with that knowledge and experience and also be able to monetize it. I was going through all of my clients and all of the prospects who've come into my business over the last 5 years today, like it's a lever arch file or two, and going through what their fears were. And I wanted to share with you what their number one fear of all of the people, like hundreds of people now have gone through my courses and programs, and thousands, literally thousands of people have come in, had a look, had a discovery call, saw maybe it wasn't for them, or maybe it was. But the number one fear that people have with the online world is, you've probably guessed it, is the technology. Actually, there's two number one fears. These were about kind of level pegging, but I want to talk about the fear of technology today. The other fear is, and you've probably guessed that too, is the fear of other people's opinions. That's huge with people in preventing them getting online, sharing their knowledge and experience. They fear what other people might think. It's amazing, isn't it? As human beings, to have a fear that's kind of more psychological than real. It's real in the sense of people have that fear, but it's something that I think we've been programmed for such a long time. But I don't want to get into that fear. I want to talk more about the technology. I'll do the fear about other people's opinions another time, because I know a lot of people talk about it, particularly when they come and talk to me about building an online business. So, fear of technology. Today, I think the fear of technology we've got is a story we've been told maybe 5 years ago. I'll talk about my own story. When I started in the online world in 2018, I realized that if I wanted to be a serious player in the online world, I would have to master the technology. And the great thing is, there's probably only one big piece of technology you have to really master. And if you're building courses and programs, it's your online platform. Most of you know, if you follow me on social media, I use Kajabi, builds all my courses and programs, does all my email marketing, builds all my CRM, builds all my funnels, and also built my website. Like, I used that platform from day one. I learned how to master it. Yes, I've got to teach it as well as part of my programs, but I felt that if I wanted to build a 7-8-figure online business, that I needed to know how the engine of the business worked, which was the technology, the platform. But what I realized is that actually it's more easier to use these platforms today than ever before, because my story was, when I worked in the corporate world for 25 years, we had a whole department, literally a whole department, the marketing department, which in itself, the salaries they were on, but also the consultants we brought in, it was literally thousands, like tens of thousands of dollars we'd spend on building a website. Today, I thought about building my website for 6 months, like most people do, but I actually built it in 1 weekend. So having the awareness, number one, and then deciding to take action and doing something about it is number two. So when I built my website, using it as an example of how easy technology is today, what I did was, I took out 2 browsers on my laptop. One browser took me through the help section in Kajabi. The other one was my actual Kajabi site that I was building, and using that as one to actually take the tutorial, the other one to actually implement. Literally within 2 days, I had built my website that, it's not perfect, but I'm pretty proud of it. And if I was to outsource that to somebody even today, it would still cost me thousands, literally thousands. And if you leave the money aside, you're actually not doing yourself justice, because you're actually not learning about how the engine of your business works. You're just delegating it because you don't want to learn how to master it. So awareness is number one. Number two, deciding to actually do it. Believe me, having done this myself, it will stand to you totally further down the line. So do the work, master it, learn the skills. Then it becomes number three, is to practice it. And practice means actually, like literally today, I'm building a campaign out for a new launch that's coming up. Actually, 2 launches that's coming up over the next 10 days. I built out a campaign. I did all the landing pages myself, all the email copy. I did all of the, well, shot some videos as well. But I did it because it's my business, it's my brand. And it's important that you know how the technology of a 7-figure online business works. And that's why it's so important. So number 1, awareness. Number 2, decide to do something about it. Number 3, practice. That's really important. That will help you get over the fear of technology. It's like riding a bicycle. It's like learning how to use a remote in your TV. It's actually about awareness, deciding to do something about it, and then practicing it. And the more that you practice, the more that you feel more confident in doing it. So it's like confidence loop. The more you become competent because you learn the skill, the more confident you become in it. So really important. Awareness, number 1. 2, decide to do something about it. Number 3, practice and really practice and practice and practice. Then you'll get into a rhythm and you'll find that using the technology actually is not as fearful as what you thought. Hopefully that's been helpful for you today. If you need to know more about me, my website is jimmybradbury.com. And I'll put a link below where you can subscribe for free. If you're entrepreneurially minded, you want to build an online business or a side project, then I know that my newsletter that comes out every week at the weekend will help you enormously. And I'll put a link where you can subscribe to that for free. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.